Hello everyone, I am Tacio, and this is the final step for advanced data science course. I am from Coursera. I'm here to present my findings with this data set that I found. So, okay. For my use case, I've used one data set from Kaggle. It has information about the price for renting apartments here in São Paulo, city where I live. Usually we have this task when we are moving or finding a different house to live. We need to check if the rent is cheap or if it's expensive. So I decided to build one API to help us with this task. So let's get going. For the solution, I wrote some algorithms on Python. I used the dataset from Kaggle that has around 7 key apartments. It has the size of apartment, the number of rooms, toilets, if it has swimming pool or not, if the building is new or not. And so with these numbers and machine learning with a regression model, we can find our end price. So you sum the price, the final price with a condominium that we usually pay, and we get our final price for rent. Some model that I used was simple linear regression, ENN, and best result I could find was random forest regression. Below is my data set, my features. So my features, they doesn't have a good correlation, but we still got some good correlations on some features like size and price. This seems very common for us because usually when one apartment is bigger, the price for its rent it's gonna be higher as well. And I thought I'll do some pre-processing on my data, but to build the API that I want, I need to have the data as the data set, not pre-process it. So I left with this data set and didn't do the pre-processing. While pre-processing, I could get a better result, higher score. So this is my model. I was able to develop one API to receive a JSON format, and it gives one line with the end price. Here's my model, and let's compile it. I was doing some tests as that's it. So okay, this is working, and then there is the API. The API I want to build to deploy on IBM Cloud later on. so it's useful for someone later. Use Postman application to test the API. We can get the results for this. I have some data that is from real internet values that we have for renting apartments here in São Paulo. So we basically sum the condominium price here with this prediction price. This is the prediction for my column price. So this price plus condominium price here gives us the end price for a rental. So we see if we are paying too high or not too high a rent for one apartment. This is one apartment that I found on the internet. So this is the final price, 2,320, and we put our data here and send the request. We get the 2,000 plus 320. Only $5 missing. Okay. But yeah, the score is like around 60%. The score that I got on my test data. So sometimes it's not gonna be the correct price for the rental, but sometimes it works. It's very nice. And I use scikit-learn models for machine learning. Basically, scikit-learn package has lots of models. They work very well and give us we can tune very easily. We can find lots of documentation on the internet. Use pandas to work with dataset. Use the Flask to build the API. I didn't deploy it on IBM Cloud as yet, but that's my future. Use Postman, Jupyter Notebook to write all the code. Chicago.com is where I got my dataset. For future, it's to improve. For future tasks, is to improve my test score, because at the moment it's around 63%. So I need to improve it at least 80%. And as I told before, the pre-processing, I believe it's gonna work. We're not too sure. And pretty much that's it. One API to predict the price for rental apartments here in São Paulo. It's useful when we are looking for one apartment to rent. And thanks a lot for your time. I hope you enjoy it.